Hello and welcome my fab fans to Glam's new video. I'm going to continue the fish saga. I mean, this whole book is filled with different fish, but for now, I'm on the first section, which is... Oh my god, is this marker like dead? Well, I hope not. I'm gonna force it to work. I remember I used to be in a shop at one point, and the reason I stopped being in the shop was because they were trying to steal from their vendors, Crystals and Brews. And I caught them in the act multiple times, trying to steal from different vendors, even preventing sales from certain vendors. And since I'm really good at calling people out on their bullshit, they definitely did not want me in that shop, so they kicked me out. I really was happy being a part of something where I could sell my jewelry, feel like I was part of the community, for once feel like I was involved in something more. And, well, guess I'm smart and too smart, and they didn't like that. I was actually good at business and more successful than them, because half the time I was making more than them just from my own sales, because my jewelry is actually top of the line quality, while theirs is just resale from thrift shops and stuff. Mine was creative and thought out, while theirs was boring and you could get from the internet. And I mean, I get it. They're one of the only places I will actively talk shit about, though, because they did steal from me, genuinely. Hurting me emotionally? I don't care. I won't put you on blast on the internet. Stealing from me, though, that I won't let slide. I don't believe thieves should be let go so easily. I'm a little more vindictive when it comes to thievery. I don't like it when people steal from me. Especially things that I worked really hard to make. I spend from like a few minutes to multiple hours on certain pieces of jewelry because of how much time and effort I put into it. I want it to sell, and I want it to be in top quality. I remember one of my Ouija boards went missing at one point, and I noticed immediately, and one of them looked like, oh, really? And they even pretended to set up another camera to make sure my shelf wasn't getting stolen from. To pretend like they didn't steal it. The next day it was back, the exact one that I saw go missing. I notice things, and I'm very good at small details. I might not know what day it is, which is probably why they thought they could get away with it. But I'm pretty good at finding out about things. I think the only real issue I technically had was I had too much stuff and I wasn't expanding or adding more shelves. Because I actually wanted to take a turn with profit each time. I was going slowly and slowly building up my roster until I could make double each shelf. And that's when I started having 2 shelves, because I knew I'd make double both shelves. And at one point, I was like, well, I mean, you don't even have to, like, sell this item because it's really easy to make, was my origami boxes. They were made of paper. They technically could have just sold those themselves if they wanted. I would have made them anyway because I just thought they were fun to make, like a little gift I could give back to the community if they wanted to buy any of my jewelry products. But I'm a bit much. I do package my jewelry in those boxes that I make by hand, the origami ones. I make my own custom origami boxes and then transport in regular boxes because I need it to be big enough to not get lost in the mail and also have a shipping label. But I do make origami boxes to put and store the jewelry in before I fill it with packing peanuts that are compostable. Every single item I put in my packages that I have sent out have been like 100% recyclable. Packing peanuts are capable of being disintegrated in water because I care about the environment. Oh shit, I dropped the case to my earbuds. It always falls over, and I do not know how it keeps getting knocked out because the wire is against something that can't get hooked on by my chair. And I don't move my chair very much except the back of it, so it doesn't make sense how it's getting knocked over. But it still is, so I just have to deal with it. No more. We don't even last, no. Cause we don't cry. Never let no more. Don't know more. You wanna hold my hand, then you won't. You say you love me, then you don't. You running and running around. If I'm not what you need, then just let me feel. I'm down on my knees. If you're not the one for me, then just let me be. I'm begging you, please. Same for closed doors and open windows. I'll find the way the wind goes. Don't be scared to leave. I'm not all you need. Though I remember at one point they did have a person actually steal from the shop on camera. That was kind of funny. Felt like nothing happened. I was like middle of a story and my camera decided to just crash on me. And I mean that in a literal sense, like it fell on me. It was a very painful incident, you know? This one is the only one of its kind in this. Out of all of my pens, these ones are my favorite, because they're very direct, specific, and easy to use. And they also don't bleed. Something I wish I could do is wear more of my cuter outfits, because I have so many really cute ones. I have really cute dresses, cute, like, belts that I feel fabulous in, but I have no reason to wear them because I don't really leave my house. Which sounds depressing, it's not. I don't like people that much. But it is a little sad because I would like to just wear them in general and have a reason to wear them except around the house, you know? Because they make me feel so confident, but I don't go outside. Not enough. And I'm not going out alone because, well, that's dangerous. Like, I know I'm old enough to just go to a bar alone, but I don't really want to do that. I don't like alcohol. I know for certain my hair is curly and that I don't treat it very well. Because when it's wet, it has like full spiral curls, really tight curls too. But whenever it's dry, it flattens out very quickly. And I just recently started to like use nicer hair products for curly hair. But I need stuff that helps improve moisture in hair without stripping it of its color, because I dye my hair a lot. And hair dye can actually ruin curl patterns just as much if not done properly or maintained properly. So I have to find a balance between protecting my color and healing my curls. Right now, I'm thinking about changing the color of my hair from purple to a different color, which means I'm just gonna work on curl fixing and maintenance. So let's hope on my hair journey that I can have beautiful bouncing curls naturally. Though I will probably go back to purple again, because I prefer the purple. But I do occasionally just want to try new colors. For fun. I might try green, but I also kind of want to try a split dye, because I think it would be really fun. I want to try something that's like kind of eye-catching. I still have not been able to find like an actual normal video recommended feed wise. Why are there just so many weird shits in my recommended? Why can I not find normal videos? Real snap. It's raining right now, and it's like a really relaxing noise, and I'm trying not to fall asleep. Have you ever fallen asleep during a horror movie? At one point in time, my friend brought up that she was afraid of like bronze statues that look human. Don't know how to feel about that, but I also have a weird fear. Hers is of statues that look really human, and mine is of buttons. I will never be able to understand that one, but they make me extremely irrationally uneasy and irritable. You would never know, because I'm very good at hiding my discomfort. But that's because I'm very good at masking. But that's a learned skill. I will state I did watch K-pop Demon Hunters and do have a wig that matches Zoe, but everyone in my group chat is like, you need to cosplay as like Mira because she fits my vibe, apparently. And I get it. I give off rich kid vibes. But I'm not a wild child. Apparently, I give off the vibes of if I was one. But in reality, my parents were wild children and match more of Mira's rebellion aspects. I'm very much a rule follower, so I don't know where they're getting the wild child from for me. Do I say crazy things? Yes. But that doesn't really make you a wild child. Or at least not according to my parents. They think I could be more extreme. Because I know my mom gets really proud of me whenever I do something that seems rebellious. Whether it be to drink alcohol or to swear. She approves and prefers it. But I don't really like to do. I don't really like to rebel, and I never really have. But I like to fit in and feel like I'm a part of a group. But I also find it fun to watch people's reactions. Like one of my coworkers, he reminds me of meerkats. Because he's very lengthy and he holds his arms up. Like he's looking around for things. It's not in a creepy or weird way. That I just compare everyone to different animals. Because they fit a vibe. Like I compare one of my coworkers to a cat, specifically a gray cat, because she's got very mid vibes and seems like she'd be peaceful, but she can be very feisty. One of them reminds me of a bunny because she's like a really emotional person and can be very stubborn. It's adorable though. And she was like, is it because I'm this? And I'm like, no. If I was calling you fat, I would have called you a pig or a cow. I did think about a pig and a cow, but not for the way they look. The main reason I thought of cow is because she loved the cow stickers I gave her. And she also talked about her binge eating habit. Which I did bring up during a stream. And she was like, that was low. I was like, I'm sorry, how else am I supposed to say binge watch? The thing is, I tried to avoid the eating one, but she wasn't getting it when I was like, if you watch a bunch of shows in a row and constantly try to do that, it's called binge watching, but she couldn't get the word binge, and so I brought up eating. She got it though, and that was the goal, was to see if they could guess the word. I was using prior knowledge to help her guess a word, which as soon as I thought of it, I was like, "This is gonna be fucked, but I need you to guess this word." 'Cause I'm a very competitive person and I like when people win, especially in team games. But definitely brought up some gremlin energy there. I did apologize to her because, well, I felt bad. I was like, something I think about is a person who knows sign language. Technically, if you and whoever you're playing a game like that with knows sign language, you'd be great at charades. People who know sign language would be amazing at charades. Because I'm pretty sure it's ASL. I could be wrong. It's been a very long time since I had to do sign language. Because I remember to do my name, it would be A-N D. What was R again? Was that R? E and then A. Also, never refer to me as my name. I will never respond to it. I don't think anyone's ever used my actual name since I was like a little kid. I'm just so used to being called like Drea or Andy or Glamer. Those are the names that have been used the most to refer to me. I really like the color green. It is one of my favorite colors. Mm. I write all of my notes for classes with like glitter pens and sparkly, colorful pens. Not because of any valid reason, but because I just wanted to. And I brought up to my group, is the reason you call me Andy for because you you're combining Andy with Lucifer, and they just realized that it is a great version of merging those two names together. And they're like, it wasn't before, but it is now. Because I basically gave you my soul. Because you healed my brain. Imagine trading your soul for a bit of mental peace. That's hilarious. I can make people both feel better about themselves and worse if I really try hard enough. I usually try to make people feel better about themselves. Some people get irrationally angry at me though, because I talk to them in a monotone voice and I cannot change my facial expression very much. And they think I'm being mean or rude, but I'm just genuinely, I don't know what I look like, and I can't really control how my face looks. So I do give the most honest reactions, which I feel like most people appreciate because I'm very straightforward, I get things done. And that way you're in and out of my face quicker. I remember once I repeated a person's order back, they were like, yup, and they were like, wait a minute, no, we wanted more. I was like, I did ask 3 times to make sure. Which is why I don't like taking front counter orders. But we also get most of the language barriers at the front counter. And well, I'm a very limited person when it comes to language. These fish look more green than purple. That's a fun vibe. Okay, that's pretty. I think I want to make these as yellow as possible. Like, I know I have this yellow fish, but it's got, like, the blue in there and the orange. So I think that's gonna be my next thing. I'm gonna collect all of my yellow pens. I would use colored pencils, but no thank you. This one says it looks kind of greenish, but it is yellow. Ooh. I know this one is not a yellow, but it's got a yellow tone to the gray. That's why it's a part of this party, okay? Okay, I collected the last of the colors, and I'm gonna end this video. Peace, love, have a good day, my Fab fans, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!